Hey, what's up?
There's somebody on the phone that wants to talk to you on line 19. Somebody who's like a little irritated with you.
Well, who's this?
Well, pick it up. You'll see.
I don't like to be surprised.
You'll like this.
Hello, irritated person.
Hello, irritated person.
Hello?
Who's that, my dad?
Howard, I'm not your father, but I'm a big fan, whether you know it or not, but I'm kind of staking my life out here between John Stamos, who I love.
Oh, Don Rickles.
Is this Don? Oh, my God.
Oh, lousy party. God bless you. Happy birthday. But I'm not down to the point where I have a nervous breakdown and throw myself on the floor because I'm not at your party. I mean, I got a life. John Stamos comes in there and he snapped John, and I love him.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy says I can't climb the stairs. And then you say, who needs the party? Maybe they're in cocaine, maybe Rickles don't belong. I got a life.
Don.
I respect you, but give me a break. I'm an old Jew trying to stay alive, and you're trying to wipe me out with this lousy party.
Mr. Rickles.
Put my name on the standby list when you're not such a big hit.
Hey, Mr. Rickles.
What is it, sir?
Let me just explain myself.
First of all, let me just say, he sounds pretty chipper to me.
He is chipper. Listen, Mr. Rickles, I came out to L.A. Jimmy Kimmel threw a party for me.
Yeah.
Stamos walked in, and he said to me, oh, my God, you didn't invite Don Rickles. He wanted to come to the party. I mean, was any of that true? Did you really want to come to the party?
No, I said to Jimmy, he said to me, listen, John said to me, listen, Don, let me go with you in the car. You and Barbara and I, we'll go to Jimmy's party. I said I wasn't invited.
Right.
Well, the man snapped right in front of me. He said, you've got to be kidding, John. You weren't invited? I said, I'll get over it, John.
Yeah, the reason...
Let me finish, Howard.
Go ahead.
I'm talking.
Sorry.
It's not nice when you butt in. So I said, Howard, I respect Howard. I'm a big fan. He doesn't know that. But I listen to all this Hazara that he does, and I enjoy it. I said, but gee whiz, don't make me out. I became a cripple, spitting up on the floor, and I had to put a straitjacket on me because I wasn't at the party.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, the way he had it, you were very hurt.
Yeah, I knew that was not true because I said, first of all, it never would even occur to me that Don Rickles would want to come to this party.
Oh, maybe he would want to come to the party.
I sure did. I would have loved it. And you know what? You said the right thing on the air the other day. You said if Rickles, somebody should have told him what the party was all about, and then it was up his choice if he wanted to come. And I said, gee, no matter what, I would have said okay. I mean, I don't sit at the party and wet myself and dribble all over me.
Listen, you know.
I'm 105, you know.
I've told this to you. I mean, you're my hero. You're one of my inspirations.
Well, thank you.
And I didn't have many,
and
but
thank you for putting me in the league with your father, because I respect him, too. He's quite a guy.
No, I sat there and studied Don Rickles on television like he was a rabbi. I mean, I would study this guy, and every move he made was important to me, and everyone knows that. I've said it a million times.
Then you should invite him to your party. I'm beginning to feel like John.
No, I would have been, but that's like saying you should have invited President Obama to the party. I mean,
well,
seriously.
Why not?
I mean, but my point is that it's Don Rickles. I don't have a personal relationship with Don Rickles where I'd feel even comfortable.
Well, now you do.
Well, now I do. Now I know. now I'm not going to leave you alone.
I don't know what Jimmy's problem was. Jimmy knows Don.
Yeah, but Jimmy, I don't know. Jimmy.
And I'm on with Jimmy. I'm going to take care of Jimmy because I'm on with him. June 15th, I think it is.
All right.
So you know, I know Jimmy a lifetime, but I'm going to give him a nervous breakdown.
Where are you now? Beverly Hills?
Yeah, no, I'm in here in New York because I'm going to do David Letterman Wednesday night.
Oh.
It'll not be on Wednesday, but I'm doing it tonight.
And who are you here with? Your wife and everything?
No, I'm with a hooker and two broads from Chicago.
Oh, now that makes sense.
I'm here with my wife. No, I'm here with my wife. No, I don't live in that world that you talk about. I don't live in. 30 years ago, I might have looked around for 10 minutes, but that was it.
You're still having sex with your wife, right?
What? Are you going to go into that?
Yeah.
No, I pop a monkey every night.
No, but seriously, you're still getting it up, right?
Huh? What?
You still get aroused.
Well, how do you do?
What do you mean, how do I do?
Well, I want to know if you're so inquisitive about me. How do you do? Do you circle the bed and get an estimate, or do you just jump right in?
I jump right in. You too, right?
That's it.
All right. Listen, Mr. Rickles, let me say, first of all, I apologize you weren't at this party. From now on, whenever I have a party, you'll be getting an invitation.
Okay.
I'm not kidding with you. I'm not kidding with you. You're going to be invited to everything. You're going to think I'm stalking you. You're going to have to call the police.
Get a restraining order on invitation.
Hey, this Toy Story.
You can't get a break.
That's right.
I just wanted to straighten John out so everybody didn't think I was having a breakdown.
Right.
Because I wasn't at the party.
Well, he created the whole thing.
He created the thing. You never asked. In other words, let me just get it straight. Set the record straight. You never walked up to John Stamos and said, hey, John, I hear there's a big party going on and I'm not invited.
No. I didn't say that.
You didn't say that. You didn't even know about the party.
Well, I had heard rumors about you having a party. I must say that. I didn't know who, because of Kimmel. I heard that he said something about a party. And I said, oh, really? And I said to John, oh, there's some sort of party. And he said, yeah, well, I'll pick you up, and you'll pick me up, and we'll go together. That's when he ran off a cliff.
You know what's funny with you? I wonder how you would have functioned at that party. First of all, I mean, I picture you would have sat at the party and everybody would have had to come up to you. The party would have been more about you than me. Maybe it was better you weren't there.
Okay.
You were thinking you'd be overshadowed?
Yeah, maybe Don would have overshadowed me.
Oh, believe me, the whole idea was, to be honest with you, my wife and I said it would be nice if you called up Howard and told him that I wasn't a wreck over this party.
Of course not.
We are followers of you, and we wanted you to know that.
And listen, you would have been annoyed at this party. Everybody, after an hour, went into this band room where they played music.
Yeah, that I heard. I heard that, too.
You wouldn't have sat there for 2 seconds.
And I hear John was upset that they couldn't play the instruments or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on. What do you want from me? You know what? I know something about you because Johnny Carson used to go to his parties. I was afraid you'd get there and start making out with Demi Moore, and you would ruin all the marriages. That's what I think would happen.
You are an old horny, too. You got to pull yourself together.
You're not kidding. You used to go to some great parties, though, huh? Sinatra, Carson.
Johnny, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. We had those were great days. We had good times.
But Johnny never had you to the house.
Oh, yeah, sure I was. So sure.
I thought he was antisocial.
No.
Well, he was pretty much a loner that way, but he was a friend to me, and he had me at his house, sure.
But Letterman would never have you to his house.
Well, I've had dinner. David gave me a surprise party at 21 a few years ago.
He did?
With his whole cast, and he's been swelling me.
Wow.
And I've had a dinner with him and his writer, alone, and Barbara and I, yeah.
You're kidding me.
No, that's when Regis had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, you went. Regis is hung up about it. You're telling me that Letterman threw a party for you.
Yes, he did.
And came to the party.
Yes, he did. In 21, yes, he did.
You want to know why that's unusual? This guy doesn't even go to his own staff parties.
Well, he did for me.
No kidding.
It was a surprise to me. I was very flattered. Yeah.
Who's better, me or Letterman? In your opinion?
There's no question about it. Letterman.
In your mind, there's no debate, right?
Why discuss something that will embarrass you? Forget about it.
No, but I mean, you wouldn't have liked Jimmy's party. Everyone's standing around playing musical instruments.
Do you drink moonshine?
You wouldn't have drank moonshine.
No, I don't drink moonshine. I drink vodka, and that's about it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, these kids today, you should see what they drink.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
But, you know, I met you, the first time I met you, I think you remember, years ago in L.A. at a radio show.
Yes.
Yep.
And they had a whole, remember, Robin, you had a whole lineup of people on radio?
Right.
And I came up and introduced myself, and that was my first meeting with you. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember it very well. We were stunned and talked about it for a long time after.
Hey, Don.
Oh, really?
Don,
yeah.
When you go on Letterman, are you going to bring up all this sex with him?
No, I don't discuss sex with you. I don't even discuss sex with you.
No, I mean, he had the sex.
No, he's his trouble with his wife. No, hey, I'm too brilliant for that.
You're not going to make any mention of it.
No, I don't get into sex unless he talks about it. But he never does.
Do you know what you...
Hey, I don't have to count on that. See, you
I do.
wind up with orgies to keep you going. I don't need that.
You don't need that information.
No, you got to find out who's pumping who to keep, and that makes you happy. You got to relax once in a while, Howard. Lock yourself in the bathroom and forget about it.
You won't bring it up because you don't want to embarrass him, right?
No, it's not that question. It's not my style, and I don't do that.
Really?
That's right. You got to come and see my show.
I saw your show.
I'll get you comped. Don't worry.
I saw your show.
Robin, I'll even invite you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You embarrassed a lot of people at that show. You were up there. You were on stage. You were making fun of a lot of different people. I saw what you did.
Sure I do, but I'm never mean-spirited, and I've always done. For 50 years I've been headlining, so I guess I'm doing something right.
You're damn right. You were great. Do you know what you're going to do on Letterman tonight? Do you have it mapped out in your head, or is there something?
Well, no, they give you notes and stuff that they'd like you to talk about, or he would like to talk about, and usually, the great thing even with David, like when I was on with Johnny Carson, so for years, we would say, for example, we're going to talk about an airport. And when I get on the air, I'd say, hello, John. And he'd say, how's your mother? And I'd say, you never liked my mother. What are you bringing that up for?
Right.
And we'd do 20 minutes on my mother in front of his mother. And that was the show. So I never know. But with David, I know him pretty good. And so I do what's laid in front of me. You know?
So in other words, there is a pre-interview, and you guys work out stuff. Because I always thought most of this was spontaneous, but I'm naive.
Well, it is spontaneous. It's just an idea. Say, all right, let's talk about trains, or let's talk about... He wants to know an idea what you might talk about. And then he looks down at his notes and says, hey, you want to talk about airplanes, or you want to talk about dogs? It's whatever comes up.
Will you ever withhold from them something where you just want to surprise Dave with it and see what happens? Or are you so professional that you would tell him everything that you're going to be talking about?
Well, sure, I tell him everything. There's nothing I've got to hide, except that I attacked a woman Thursday. But that's not his business,
Was Mike Douglas a stiff in the sense that, was he hard to work with, Mike Douglas? Like you had?
No, Mike was a very, very down-to-earth guy and a very relaxing kind of guy. And he had a different type of show. It was more or less daytime television, and he would kid around. We'd do jokes with a bear or a monkey. We had animals and all. It was like a daytime Ed Sullivan show. So
did Johnny Carson bring... I think sometimes when you're on with a guy like Mike Douglas, you could actually shine more because he's such a straight. In a way, it's easier working with a Mike Douglas than a Johnny Carson.